Are we facing a threat of nuclear war? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's discuss some of the articles that have been appearing in the news. Particularly this one, a grim discovery as a nuclear threat. Nuclear threats heat up, and this is to do with the Russia-Ukrainian conflict. Now Ukraine is now applying for NATO membership, and the concern is this could become a nuclear war. It's not something any of us want to deal with or want to actually experience in our life. It's not going to be like Fallout, guys. It's not going to be fun. Let's jump over to this screen here, and I want to draw your attention to this Twitter thread, the Defcon warning system. So it's an intelligence organization which focuses in private, not government affiliated, which focuses on the threat of nuclear war and offers an alert code to the public based on current events. So right now we are at Defcon warning 4, Defcon 4. Now this isn't the government Defcon one like you've heard in the movies. This is the one that this private organization has put forward. And this isn't, it goes from 1 being the most dangerous to 5 being the least dangerous. So we're at level 4, at least according to this organization. Let's have a read what it actually means. So, the Defcon warning system raised its alert level to Defcon 4, blue, over the events occurring in the Russia-Ukraine war. So it's gone up. The Defcon level has increased. This has been a controversial move among the public. Not so much that it was raised, but rather that it took so long and that it is not enough. Okay, people are expecting it should be higher. I mean, here's the thing. People are terrified of anything to do with nuclear. They're scared of nuclear power. They're scared of nuclear weapons. They're scared of, nuclear destruction. And we will simulate the potential impact of nuclear weapons detonating on major cities around Australia later in the video. But you have to take a stoic approach to it. I would argue that mutually assured destruction has probably been the best thing in the last century, or last 50 years at least, for ensuring there wasn't a nuclear war or one nation didn't wield nuclear weapons. Maybe Australia should become nuclear armed, have that capacity. I don't imagine, we can't even get a civilian nuclear power industry. I don't think anyone would want us to have nuclear weapons. But that was the consideration back in the day. So, there's also a lot of debate as to what exactly blue means. Does it mean nuclear war is coming? Is it panic time? The answer is not as clear-cut as it may seem. First, the official definition of Defcon 4. This is the non-standard peacetime alert level. All is quiet, though there have been some events which warrant observation. There are no known imminent nuclear threats. Most likely, nothing will happen, and the Defcon level will eventually revert back to green. Updates will be given every 3 weeks, with immediate updates issued as the situation warrants. Generally speaking, there is no need to alter activity from level green. The Defcon warning system is designed to be sensitive to certain situations, and has gone to blue several times in the past and reverted back to green a few weeks later. This is normal and nothing to be concerned about. Continue to stock up on non-perishable supplies and building your fallout shelter. Okay, so does anyone have a fallout shelter? Maybe I should build one here in Australia. I've got enough bloody concrete that I'm putting underground. This alert went out due to deteriorating events in the Russia-Ukraine war. Russia has made nuclear threats. The West has responded, though with more ambiguity. Recently, however, the West has said that any nuclear attack by Russia on Ukraine would be met with a massive conventional response. How does this fit with level blue? If you're in the West or the South, life pretty much goes on as normal. If you're in Ukraine, it's a different story. The Defcon warning system has even put out an advisory explicitly stating that those in Ukraine should start preparing for a nuclear attack, though such advisory was softened with the statement that there is no evidence of a pending attack. So what exactly does blue mean? It means the public should not panic. It means that nuclear war will not happen tomorrow. It means the world is not going to end. Sorry, guys. I know some people just just, want the Fight Club ending. It ain't going to happen, I'm afraid. It's going to keep, it's, just going to be, good old boring life. It does mean that you should be paying attention. You should familiarize yourself with what's happening, keep abreast of current events, that perhaps you should take stock of supplies, consider getting more, and maybe have a plan in the event that things start to get worse. All good advice, even if nothing happens. That's, Defcon does not mean you should be nervous. I mean, that is good advice. I'm probably going to go stock up on some petrol, come to terms with the fact that I'm never getting my generator back from my father-in-law that I lent to, and just buy another one, and maybe, get some medical supplies and probably some toilet paper, considering how insane Australians are with any fear and toilet paper. That's it. The biggest issue I have is long-term storage of food with our diet, with our high-meat diet. Like, I need to buy one of those, those dryers, so we can start drying and making our own jerky. That has to be the plan, but it's hard to do in Queensland. So let's jump over here and let's have a look at, two things. First, let's look at a poll I put up here. I asked people, how much would Sydney housing skyrocket if World War III were declared? And everything is positive. This is a joke, everyone. Okay? This is me poking fun at the fact that we're so obsessed with property. And the highest result was 54, over 1,000%, bro, at 54%. So the majority of you have a sense of humor and understand what I'm doing here. Some people didn't get it. They didn't get it. And let's have a look at Nuke Map. Now, Nuke Map, we'll look at here, Brisbane. This is where you can simulate what would happen if an atomic bomb detonated on your city. So we can select a pre-selected weapon. What do we want? Not the Tsar bomb. We'll go a Soviet missile, Cuban Missile Crisis. Why not? And we're going to do airburst, and we will detonate it. Boom. So what we have here is the fireball radius will go all through Brisbane CBD, and then we've got moderate blast radius of 5 psi for 9.28 kilometers. And then out to here, the circle I'm in, we're getting claimed to with thermal radiation, 3rd-degree burns from 17.5 kilometers out. And then out all the way down to Logan, you're getting light blast damage for 26 kilometers. And let's have a look at Sydney. What will we go here? And there we go. We can see the same thing for Sydney. Oh boy, that's it. Harbour Bridge would be done. It'd be done. With the moderate blast damage. And the further out you get, yep. What about Melbourne? And I mean, I'm not even sure if what the capacity of an ICBM is. Do we have these in here? North Korea, Little Boy, Hiroshima, largest Pakistani weapon. I mean, let's say they dropped a 100 megaton SAR bomb on Melbourne. Melbourne's gone, everyone. Melbourne is gone. 3rd-degree burns for 73 kilometers. So these are scary weapons. And an effective countermeasure is mutually assured destruction. That's why I would advocate that Australia should have a nuclear deterrent. But, you don't want every country in the world to get it. If we got it, then Indonesia would get it, and it would just snowball. So, yeah. I mean, I don't mean to scare anyone by doing it. This is, look up Nuke Map if you want to have a bit of a play. And, maybe you realize how far you have to drive out. If you're in Melbourne, how far would you have to get away if there was a bomb blast right in the city? You'd have to get out, 91 kilometers, 92 kilometers. So you'd be driving out to Lake Eildon, out there. You'd be going to Eildon, guys. Getting out there. Snobs Creek. Where else? What about a bit further south? Where's Big River? Willow Grove down there. Here we go. Warrnambool. Mo. You'd have to go out to Mo. That's how far you'd have to get out, guys. Ballarat would be fine. You'd have to get out to Ballarat. So let's have a talk about this. The media is going to, well, discuss this because it's something that generates a lot of fear for people. And you just need to have a stoic mindset and prepare. You know, if we're going to have nuclear bombs raining down on our cities, there's only so much you can do. Prepare for what you can, but be sensible, guys. Don't start freaking out. Don't panic, and realize what the news is doing. Check the Defcon notes from their Twitter or follow their website so you can see what they're putting out there, because they're getting access to a lot of information. So right now, we shouldn't be too worried. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Check out my other channels on HeiseBim and HeiseSays International for other content I discuss. If you're a fan and want to support us, you can financially on YouTube or Patreon, using our referral links on Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband, buying our pocket squares, or calling us if you need an architect. Take care, guys. Have a great day, and run out those atomic blasts. Or invest in that Sydney property. Or learn not to worry about stuff you can't control.